10,000 tick trap. Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Bye bye money. I'm glad that you guys are here. Thanks for joining. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Make sure you guys fill out that poll as well and drop a GM in the chat with your location. That'd be great. Day trading like a predator. Good morning, Dylan. Good morning, Stephen Milan. Good morning, Speedy Boy. Good morning, Kid Poker. Toadman. Good morning, Dante. Good morning, Kevin Mack. Skirk. Good morning, Frank Angelo. Good morning, Erp. Media. Good morning, Casey. Casey says, morning panda, I passed my eval like you told me to yesterday. Let's go. Chris, good morning. Latrell, good morning. South Carolina, waiting for Nicole to blow through. Yes, thoughts and prayers to South Carolina. Scott, clearly. Good morning from Arizona. RG, good morning. Hussein, good morning, guys. Niraj, good morning. Matthew, from Massachusetts. Good morning. Erica W. Good morning. Northern Turtle. Good morning. Lance Gone. Good morning, Carl. Good morning. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Erica W. Nicole dumping her rain here now. Bradenton, Florida. Lance Gone says, I'm assuming the CPI news was good. I mean, you tell me. I mean, if the price action does tell you anything, like when I saw this, my charts literally froze, and and this is what I mean. You can pass an eval with one trade. This is one trade, and if you had the margins, you could have honestly made $100,000 on this trade. Insane! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! This candle is insane. Wow, just wow. I don't think I've ever seen a 2,000 tick candle that looked like this. And I honestly, how is this 2,000 ticks? Like, there had to have been crazy slippage along this entire way. Like, it must have, every institution must have hit the buy button at the same time. The range of this one candle, 95 points on a 2,000 tick. Absolutely insane. And, for the entire move up before we have a pullback, 109 point move up before pullback, and that's just insane. It's absolutely insane. I just never seen a candle like this before. So we have a spike in channel coming from that. You're thinking people are always in long, and you know, this is kind of what we're getting here. It's just this grind up right now. Hard to enter anything here, but it's just a pure grind up, and really we may never just, I don't know, I've never seen a 100-point move on one candle, so it's a surprise bar. What can you say? Good morning, guys. But whatever caused this, like, I don't know if it's good news or bad news. Like, it doesn't really matter. We just care what the market does, and you know, at the end it could be like bad news. You know, as in CPI keeps growing, and I don't know. Is that bad news? I mean, that means inflation keeps going up, and inflation's coming down. Okay. That's good. That's good. So what the Fed is doing is working. Incredible move. So what that means that the Fed most likely will maybe start easing, or at least, you know, take the, you know, no longer pedal to the metal type interest rate hikes. Yep, less pressure to raise rates, which is ultimately good for the economy, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's time to buy. Who knows? Incredible move up right now. Very difficult to have entered anything in here but you can just be always in long and just buy anything. Buy anything, you'll make money tonight, basically. I'm gonna change this because now the spiking channel has like morphed into something else. I'm trying to capture as many points as I can. If I get this in here, I don't know, it would have to be something like this, maybe. It could be near the top of this move already, or I can use this one. Darn. It's just a move up, and there's no way I can get in. So I'm just gonna keep watching it go up without me, and it is what it is. And I gotta wait for a nice pullback. But for resistance, and we have a second entry long, I'm gonna treat it like every other second entry long, and probably skip it or take the trap trade. At this point, it's a super strong move up, but doesn't necessarily mean every long entry will work. The daily chart, second entry long on a daily chart, A, B, C, second entry long. And like I mentioned, we probably look for a new high. And when we look for a new high, typically happens in a two-legged fashion. So we're looking for that new high here, and maybe it could keep going up. I don't know how high this can go. But basically, after this move up, it's actually you're looking for another reversal, which is crazy. You're looking for a... yeah, once it makes this move up and breaks this high, this pivot high, then really anything can happen. But I'll probably look for a reversal after that. RGE says 7.7 instead of 8. Okay. Well, I mean, inflation is still very high. Still pretty high. 7.7. It's still pretty high, in my opinion. All right, market's about to open in 4 minutes. I know I've missed this entire move. It's just I don't know how to enter moves like this unless I buy the low and you know, take the proper stop losses. It's just, to me at this point, if you're buying, it's like a low probability, low risk reward trade, and that's a bad trade, right? That's a bad combination. If you have a low probability, bad risk reward trade, it's just a bad combination. It's just stay away from those trades. And yeah. If you have a low probability trade, then the risk reward has to be good. To me, if there is, you know, the inflation is going down and we're raising interest rates so high, what does that mean? I don't know. I'm not an economist. I have no idea. My dumb panda brain just thinks, then, you know, there are two paths to take. Either hyperinflation or recession. So it looks like they decide to go the recession route, and I don't know, maybe there is a third option where you can beat inflation and not go into recession. I'm not sure. That'd be nice. That'd be the best thing. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome. Sergio, Sleepy Joe, good morning, guys. Cody M, good morning. Gilbert, we're on the R3 and 5 points away from 3,900 level. We break through that wall, we continue up. If we can't, we'll reverse maybe. Okay. That is one man's analysis. Kid Poker says good news. Rodian, inflation's coming down. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Madison says I passed 2 evals, still can't seem to find consistency when funded. Struggle. Yes, that's the hard part. It's always the hard part. Sergio says way better numbers than expected. Chris, I took the beautiful engulfing at 910. I think a beauty. 910 here. My live account will start again. Okay. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Richard Harris, good morning. Casey, good morning. Austin Hare, good morning. Icky, good morning. Welcome, guys. Uriel, Lath. Good morning, guys. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Market's about to open in 30 seconds here. All right, pandas. Let's get that bamboo. Stay focused. We're on a strong uptrend right now, and we are rocking and rolling here. Let's see how high this goes. Now it's late in trend. Difficult to enter long, but I might enter just any second entry long here. Let's see. Unless it's like up here, then I probably won't enter it just because it seems like obvious resistance. But the momentum is so strong. You know, you're thinking this is a gap of the ages, right? On the 5-minute chart, look at this gap. This gap, who knows when it will be filled? It's more than 100 point gap here. Absolutely insane, and really absolutely insane, this gap here on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Market just opened. Let's see if we can capture some of this momentum up here. Super small bar. It's really overextended and unsustainable at this point, but I can't go short, nor can I go long. Pushing down, maybe coming back to at least a 20 EMA here. Come back to, come back to earth. All right, 20 EMA, touching it. See if it bounces off of it. Looks like a strong push down through it. All right, breathing a little bit. People taking profits probably, right? When the market opened, there's like, all right, I'll take 100 points. 100 plus points here. It's like almost 200 points at this point. Okay, strong push down here. Maybe coming back to our trend line. I don't know if I can go long here though, right off the first bounce. It's a pretty strong push down and it's going through the 20 EMA. So for me, like I need a little bit of, yeah. I need to be above the 20 EMA for me to go long. That's typically what I wait for. We can be bouncing off this trend line, but it's one leg down. Very strong leg down, pandas. Well, I mean, what can you do? Are you looking for a second entry long here, like this? Bouncing off of our trend line quite nicely, actually. Let's see if we get a setup. Maybe a second entry long might be worth it here. It's gonna look wonky though, because the first leg is so far beneath the 20 MA. I'm gonna sit on my pause here. Second entry long forming here, but it's not a second entry long I necessarily like. It ends up probably gonna create a second entry short. I'll take the trap trade off here. That'd be the only trade I'll take, really. Two pushes down off our trend line. And the 20 EMA is curling downwards. Look at how it acted as resistance here. So push down, not breaking our trend line. Maybe. I mean, I can cheese it like this. As long as we're in this wick. 2 pushes down. I mean, I don't know. I want to go long. I'm still long premise, but this is a pretty strong push down. As long as we're in this channel, I'm kind of thinking long. But it's hard to take upset up. I'm not going to take this trap for sure. Trap ends up. Okay, trap ends up giving you a nice scalp here. I wasn't thinking about taking this trap because we still had this trend line in the way. And bottom of a potential trading range, right? Like, you see this jumble candles here. This could start to turn to a trading range in this area. Strong push down. Very strong push down right off the open. Coming back into our trading range here. Trading range just expanded. Okay. Sorry, some connection problem. So, I mean, it's a strong move down, but now we're back in this channel, right, bouncing back up here. But no entries for me. Like, I'm not going to take a long trade here. I can't do that. You need at least a higher low setup, at least a second entry short or second entry long. You want some long setup here. Who knows if he'll get it, though. Incredible move down. Second entry long on the 10,000 tick chart. Just imagine us retrace this entire move today. Like, what if we end up all the way back down? I mean, we can end up back at the bottom of this channel, the spiking channel. That typically happens. We do have a second entry long, though, on the 10,000 tick that I'm interested in taking. And we're almost at the 20 EMA on the 10,000 tick. Whoa. So you can see we have a second entry long, A, B, C, possibly off the 20 EMA on the 10,000 tick chart. I might be interested in taking that long. If it's a good signal bar, I mean, if it's too large, then obviously I can't, but maybe with a higher low setup, I might be interested in coming back up to the top of this trading range, but this looks like kind of like a topping pattern, right? We come down and we make a double top here and we push down again. So it's pushing pretty strongly down. Right now it's a downtrend. What can I say? It's undoubtedly a downtrend at the moment. I would look for a reversal setup here. Fail second entry short. That's what I look for. Some sort of fail second entry short in this area would be nice. The candle's not too large on a 10,000 tick chart. I may take the second entry long on 10,000 tick. As long as the candle's like not too humongous, maybe like 6-7 points, I'd be willing to take it. Take a little bit more reward with it too. Okay, I'm gonna take a second entry long on a 10,000 tick. It's a good signal bar, and it's small enough to trade, at least for me. Second entry long on the 2,000 tick as well. Okay. In this trade, it's a second entry long on the 10,000 tick chart, and it's a bounce off of the 20 MA. I'm looking for 5 points here. See if we get it. It's very rare to have a signal bar small enough on the 10,000 tick chart to be able to trade like this. Could have scalped out already, but let's look for those 5 points. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. So 10,000 tick chart, just a second entry long. Beautiful signal bar, so small. Easy peasy, easy money. Get that bamboo. We do got a trap trade here, but this doesn't look very nice. Let's just say that. Traps usually you want them to trigger above the 20 MA, but this is just pushed very strongly back down. So I don't know. I don't know if that means that we can really... Ooh, yeah, that's a no-no. Can't take that. It's actually creating a trap on 10,000 tick. Fail second entry long and reversing here. Quite amazing. Wow, okay. Wasn't expecting that, but that's what's happening. That 5-point scalp was almost perfect. Okay, we don't get the setup that we're looking for, so on to the next setup. Let's see what happens. Several pushes down now, and now we're getting a channel like this. Very interesting. Several hits on the bottom, several hits on the top. This channel looks confirmed, looks accurate. So with that being said, we'll try to trade with this channel. It's hard to go short here, or long. I mean, you can grind at the bottom of the channel for a while. It'll just be amazing if we just reverse this entire move in one day. Like, it really would be quite a sight if we reverse this entire 100-point candle by the end of today. That would be literally like, you know, you really can say like nothing is impossible when it comes to futures. If that happens, like, truly, this market is just insane. It's insane. Am I blurry? I don't know what's going on. Am I blurry still? I don't know. It says the connection is good on my end. Oh, it is blurry. Oh no. Check your quality. Maybe your quality is somehow switched. All right, thanks guys. Thanks guys. Thank you for confirming. Another beautiful second entry long. This is a third entry long, but also second entry long. A, B, C, and that's good for 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Not quite 5. Oof. But look at the risk, right? The risk was way larger, right? The risk here was only like 4 or 5 points. Risk here is about 6, 7 points here. I guess I could look for a fail second entry short. I wouldn't mind that setup, but A, B, C, fail second entry short. Maybe back to the top. I'm not sure. I would be tempted to take it. Fail second entry short here. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we get our setup. Fail second entry short. I don't know if the market's going to give it to us. The market's way more eager than we are, I think. double bottom here. Doesn't quite give us our setup, right? Misses it by 2 ticks. And it's going to continue to tease us like that, probably. Again, teases us, doesn't quite get there. It doesn't trigger our second entry short, so we don't have a trap on the other end, but people are front running this. Unfortunately, it just keeps teasing us and doesn't give us our setup. And it's a little too far away now, so that's unfortunate. We just couldn't get it. I mean, the setup never came. We really wanted that fail second entry short, and I was just waiting for it, and it never happened. You know, I would loved it to happen here and then blast off like it did. But, you know, eager traders, eager bulls, they came in with just this pullback and the break of this high here, and they kept buying the lows, right? Whenever we got, you know, like you can see where they bought it. They bought with limit orders. 1 tick above this low here, 2 ticks above this low here, and several ticks above this low, and that's how eager they were to go long right there. So unfortunately, like, you know, we didn't get the setup, so we move on. Now we get the trap trade, and it's a little too far overextended. The trap is, you know, the move is kind of already done. You can enter this as a trap because you have the 20 EMA acting as support here, but it's a little risky. It's a fail second entry short still. I'm better off waiting for a 2-legged pullback at this point. I don't know. A little tricky here. I'm just going to send him a pause. It's a good signal bar, but it's large. So your risk is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7-point risk basically. Ends up giving you a scalp. It's a large risk. This risk is too large for me. It's a good signal bar, but that risk is too large. Like if I were to enter that trade, I'll probably have to come with a retracement or come in with this, keep my stop loss at like the typical 4 to 5 points. Like this is just too much risk for me. For me, if I can't handle the risk, I just don't enter the trade. And I think the 2-legged pullback would have been a better setup. A, B, C, higher low, second entry long. So pandas, you know, we had the trading range indicator mark the trading range for us, and when we saw this huge move down, another push down, you're probably thinking, why is the trading range indicator saying the trading range is way up here? Why is it still telling us it's a trading range? And all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're right back at the top of the trading range. Trading range indicator working like a charm. Darn, I wish we had the trap trigger lower, but trigger's way up here with the terrible signal bar. Way too much risk for me. Are we in a trading range now, pandas? That's the question. Are we gonna just go back for like, is it over the pre-market move, right, enough for the whole day? And are we just gonna go up and down here because the move is already done? Who knows? It's quite a strong move up though right now, and yeah, I'm not going long here because I see that we have resistance. Small pullback bull trend. I was just worried it was gonna be a spiking channel. I was worried it was gonna be a bull leg in a trading range, so I didn't want to go long at the top here. But also, these are all first entries, as you can see. First entry here, first entry here, first entry here. Strong bull bar ending on its high on the 5-minute chart. Right, with the second push up here. And yeah, I mean, could be always in long. Could be always in long here. Like, traders may just take this and just buy whatever they can at this point. Very possible that could happen. We make a new high. Absolutely incredible. It's insane. Like, I can't enter this trade anywhere. Like, I can't enter this trend. But it's just insane. It's a marvel to look at. What to do, what to do. Technically, we made a new high, right? Higher time frame, right? We basically broke trend, made a new high with one leg up. Absolutely insane, just one leg up. So your risk was large, but look at your reward. It's incredible. Quite a strong push down here. This actually broke the trading range, but we're coming back into this area. No. Someone asked, am I expecting this bear channel to make a new low? No, because we made a new high. So this thing is just, it's done. This move is done. I may still trade this trading range, even though it broke on the trading range indicator. I might still trade it. It's just a spike in channel. First break of the trend. Whew. Second entry long on the 2000 tick chart, but beneath the 20 MA, very choppy as well. With a strong push down, the trap could trigger here, but maybe every second entry long is good here. And I might miss this opportunity, but yeah, I'm staying away from that one. Ends up working out for you for a scalp. Second entry long off the 20 MA. Maybe looking for a new high on this spike or the channel here, which makes sense. To me, I was a little worried we're going to enter into this trading range again. Basically this box. This blue box. I was scared we're going to come back into it and come back down to the bottom. Because this could turn to a trading range after making this new high. We had a strong push down. So that could be a double top of some sort. I was worried that might happen. If we get a trap here, I may go long. Like, if we get a trap to the long side, like, I probably will go long. Oh, I had a bad entry there. Very bad entry. It's actually one tick away. Looking for a new high, though, so I still have plenty of room. Trap to the long side, looking for that new high here. Almost. Oh, I may want to skunk this. I'll have a skunk ready. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. I had a bad entry. I entered one tick a little too like above it, but looking for that new high now, and that new high is reading this like a book right now. I wish I entered with I almost like wish I entered more contracts now. What a good trade. Darn, I could have got more from that, but it's all good. When you have a break of trend like this and you have a trap to the upside to make a new high with a two-legged that looks like this, A, B, C, second entry short failure, man, that's you gotta take that trade, pandas. You gotta take that trade. Especially with the market cycle like this, super bullish. Like, I thought we are gonna come back in this, but trading range indicator ends up being correct in the fact that this trading range may be done already. We do have a break of trend new high, so we could look for a reversal here. I'm just not gonna look for any shorts though today. Like, I'm not looking for shorts right now, and I think it's a good thing I'm not doing that. What was I down yesterday? I was down like 300 yesterday or 2 days ago, I believe. Okay, just a monster move up. Wow, all right. This is a hidden second entry long. Could be like a B, C move, right? Hidden second entry long. That was enough for some traders to go long there. Incredible. 4 pushes up now. Like I said, I'm not looking for short trades, but if this was a regular market cycle, like if it wasn't like a super strong bull trend, like a super bold trend, then I would probably look for a reversal in this area. But because of the super bull trend day today, I just I'll be always in long basically. That's what the 5-minute traders are in right now, always in long, and it's quite scary. It's quite incredible actually. And this would be good for a runner too, if I had a runner at least. Always in long trading on the 5-minute chart. Look at this. This is what it looks like right now. It's basically the strong bull bar, pause bar, and the moment they broke the high of this, right, people are always in long, right? In fact, they bought the close of this bar. You can see that there's actually a teeny little gap here on the 5-minute chart where it ends on the 50 and it begins on the 75. Actually, there's a teeny little gap here on the 5-minute showing how strong the bulls are. They're just buying anything and everything. They don't care. They're buying at the top of this bar, not caring what happens, because if there's a pullback, they can come at least break even, come out break even. That's what they're thinking. So they don't really care. Let's look at the daily chart. We're about to break this high. I need to figure out what level this is. This high on the daily chart. It can act as resistance. Sorry. Can I, like, oh, pandas. $39.28. This is the high. That pivot high. We're looking for a new high. We're going to try to break this. And like I mentioned, we're going to do it in a two-legged fashion. Typically when new highs are created, they're done in two-legged fashions. And this is the two-legged move to make that new high. Absolutely incredible. I want to enter here and I want to break this high. I almost just want to buy anything, everything. But I'm going to be patient for a second entry long or a trap trade. Even. I almost want to have something here. If we break this, thinking we'll make a nice, at least 2-point move. Super small bars. Still always in long trading. Whew, it's just dripping up there. Going straight up, beeline. What a move. Just what. And you know what's even crazier, pandas? Look at yesterday's chart. Look at yesterday's candle. Yesterday's candle was such a strong bear bar, ending near its low, and this is the follow through. Shows how strong the bulls are right now. Actually, we come back to the 20 MA, which is nice. It's actually what I want. I don't want it to be too overextended by the time it gets here. I actually want a little bit of price action coming back down so we can make our way up here in a, without exhaustion. Media says, how can I avoid blowing up accounts? You have to be profitable. That's the only way, really. You have to be profitable. If you're not profitable, it's just a matter of time till you blow your account. Second entry long here. A, B, well, not second entry long yet, but maybe potentially second entry long forming. It could be first entry still. It could be a first entry market still, and every first entry might be good for at least a scalp. It's a second entry long forming here. Higher low, second entry long. And do I want it? I don't like how the first leg breaks beneath the 20 MA, creating a gap with the 20 MA and the high of this bar. That makes me hesitate to go long here, even though we're obviously in a really strong uptrend. It makes it difficult to go long. I don't like when the first leg is this strong, breaking beneath the 20 MA like this. Also, on the 10,000 or the 5-minute chart, I actually want this to trigger and give a trap to the long side. Remember, 39.28 is our key value here. We're thinking we're going to hit this today and break through it. I think we're going to break through it, to be honest, and I might have a setup, you know, just a couple points above there. Trying to get a couple points with that. Second entry long does trigger here. I'm going to sit on my pause. It could be a mistake. I might miss the move, but I feel like I would feel more confident in this trade if we actually trigger this second entry short and make a trap to the long side on the 5-minute chart. I would feel way more comfortable going long here. But yeah, trap triggers on the 2000 tick chart, and if this trap fails, I may just go long. The trap fails here, creates another trap to the long side. Getting choppy now. And we're beneath the 20 MA, clearly beneath the 20 MA at the moment. It's hard for me to go long here, even though this trap is failing. And I have strong bullish bias. I'm going to sit on my pause. I'm going to wait for the trigger on the 5-minute. I actually want this to trigger here. I want it to trigger. I feel like it wants to trigger that. It's just hard for me to go long here. If I miss the move, I miss the move. It's all good. It's getting choppy. Like I mentioned, I would like the 5-minute to actually break a previous candle's low here and create a trap for me to go long. I would like that. I'm not sure if we're going to get it though. Deshaun says, I must say what you're doing here is life-changing. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Turtle says, so if you have a bear trend after a bull trend, it stops the bear trend to make a new high, the bear trend becomes irrelevant? I think so, yeah. I'm not really thinking, you know, the bear trend anymore once you make like a new high. Ooh, okay. Higher low setup here. This might be enough to go long. I don't know. The 5-minute chart creates an inside bar. Or most likely will create an inside bar in a 5-minute. Yeah. I just wish this actually triggered beneath and we have a trap. I would feel way more comfortable trading here. Otherwise, it creates an inside bar, 2 dojis in a row on the 5-minute chart. If we break the high of this doji, we can have a nice push up. If we break the low, we can have a small push down all the way for the trap to the other side. What am I trying to do here?
$10,000 tick trap.
I feel like I gotta go long. I have to go long here. Man, it's sketchy though. Sketchy. It's 10,000. It's 10,000 chart. 10,000 tick chart. If that traps, I may want to go long. The 5-minute chart still showing 2 dojis in a row. And I know exactly how to trade this. I'm just going to sit on my pause. I'm going to trade it how I should. So basically what you do is you have an order 1 tick above this inside bar, and then your stop loss will be way down here. It's a large stop loss, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 point stop loss. So you have to get at least 4 points in my opinion if you want to take this trade. But like I mentioned, I want that actually to trigger beneath and give me a trap to the upside. I feel way more comfortable entering long here. That actually does trigger, finally does what I thought it was going to do. Hopefully we can get a reversal here and get a trap trade to the long side. Yeah, that's ideal. That's what I want. So basically when you break this pivot high is when that trap will trigger on the 5-minute chart. Another thing is we're very overextended. Remember, there's a 99% rule in the 5-minute chart. When it comes to price action, there's 99% chance that you will come back down and touch the 20 EMA. Either you go sideways for a long time, 20 EMA catches up to you, but eventually 99% chance the 20 EMA will be touched on the 5-minute chart. If I have a setup here, maybe like a fail second entry short of some sort, I'll probably take it near this area where I know it'll trigger the trap on the 5-minute as well. I'm a sucker for those setups because you can start stacking your orders up. We're going sideways. Definitely turning to trading range of some sort. Be right back. Trap trigger is all on the 2000 tick chart. It might be a nice push down here. Ends up being a nice push down. No longer interested in that trap trade on the 5-minute. Right, for me, like I'm not looking for short trades, and so though this works out, it's like, man, that's a tough one to really want to enter in my opinion. Lofi Tracer, I don't know if I met the apex target. My balance is 26,500, but my cash on hand is less. You probably didn't account for the commissions. So your commissions, your cash on hand is more accurate. James Crow says, how do I join the pre-market show? You can join by becoming a panda. We're getting a second entry long on the 10,000 tick chart here again, and it's probably going to push us up to this high. We'll find out. The 5-minute chart, you know, the trap actually is about to trigger. It's a strong bear bar, so it's a little weird, but people bought the close. Again, people bought the close here. It closed here, but they bought it one tick above it. It doesn't even come back down to close it. So we're getting very eager bulls here, just wanting to enter long for any reason whatsoever. For me, I can't take a trade unless it's above the 20 MA to go long. And right now, my premise is still bullish. I have a clear target, but I can't get married to it. We do have a downtrend right now, and we gotta respect the downtrend as it plays out. You can consider this a break of trend to new low, so you can look for a reversal trade in this area. Reversal trade is simply a fail second entry short, A, B, C, A. Let's see if we get it. This is a second entry short, so when you're looking for these reversals, what hurts you is you end up missing setups that are, you know, going with the trend because you're trying to reverse it. So I might miss the setup. This might be a nice second entry short that I might miss. Just became a Panda member yesterday and it's already paid off. Let's go, baby. Ooh, we got trap trade to the long side. Outside bar reversal. You know how much I hate those. Yeah, I hate outside bar reversals for this exact reason. To fail second entry short right here. This is why I don't take outside bar reversals. Your stop loss is down right here, so you might get stopped out. You're still safe, actually. I'm just gonna sit on my pause. I don't mind waiting. Who knows? We might not get to that high. You just got stopped out if you went long on the outside bar reversal. I'm going long here if it does trigger. This will also trigger the second entry long on the 10,000 tick chart. It looks like it's not going to hit it though. Now we're beneath the 20 MA. Hard for me to go long anything beneath the 20 MA. Wow, 240 concurrent. What is going on, pandas? Pandas! Scalp that like button. We got 240 viewers. Yo, should we throw up a whiskey challenge today for veterans? Veterans Day tomorrow? Whiskey challenge. Impromptu. Oh, I think we can do it, pandas. I think we can do it. Boom. Let's do it. Whiskey challenge. Get to 300 likes. I'll sip on some whiskey for you guys. Trap trade here, but look how choppy this is. I'm sitting on my paws throughout all of this. We end up creating another inside bar on the 5-minute chart. So inside, OI pattern, and then an OI pattern. Tricky. Market's a bit confused. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. 4 overlapping bars in a row. You just sit on your paws. You just don't do anything here. You just watch this. You unfortunately just watch this go either way. Just because You're basically taking a gamble at this point if it's gonna break down or break out to the upside. You just don't know. You simply do not know here. You do have some right clues because a 10,000 tick chart, you're above the 20 MA, so you're thinking bullish. The 5-minute chart, it's kind of a bit confusing. This can have a pullback. It might want to fill this gap here. It might want to fill this gap here. There's little teeny gaps, little teeny, like literally 1 tick gaps here. It's hard to see, but there's 1 tick gaps on these blue bars here. It may want to try to fill those gaps. Decent push up. Still, we're in this channel, so it's hard for me to go long as long as we are contained in this channel here. The second entry long does trigger on the 10,000 tick chart. Beautiful. Okay, trap triggers on the 5-minute chart. I mean, you're thinking bullish at this point, right? Second entry long triggers on the 10,000 tick, right? Doesn't even touch the 20 MA. It just goes right above it. Strong push up. 5-minute as well. This inside, this setup fails, is reversing up. I'm thinking we're going to try to hit this level here. Let's see if we can get it. I just need a setup. I need some sort of second entry long off the 20 MA would be nice. You know, somewhere up here. Big push up. Second entry long off the 20 MA. Preferably above this top of this trading range. And we'll get a nice second leg up here. That's what I'm looking for. That's a setup that I am anticipating. David Wall says, what's the OI pattern mean? It's an Albrook setup. It just means breakout mode. So 5-minute, right? OI means outside bar O, inside bar I. OI. You see how the range of this bar is completely inside this range? It's an inside bar. Also, this range, this bar is inside the range of this bar. So it's another OI pattern. It basically means there's a triangle forming. It's a breakout mode. So if you break out either side of this triangle, typically it's the way it's going to go. But since the original trend was up, I was thinking if it breaks down, it might fail and come back up. That's what I was waiting for. And that's exactly what's happening. But I'm not trading, like the risk is too large on those higher time frames for me. So I'm just trading this on I'm trying to find a setup on 2000 tick chart. $97 likes. Pandas, I know you guys can do it. I know you guys can get to at least 200 likes. Let's just say that. If we get to 300 likes during stream, I will sip on some whiskey. I will crack open the bottle. And I will enjoy a sip of whiskey together, Pandas. We're going to start this Veterans 3-day weekend a little bit early. I'll be interested in a higher low setup on the 10,000 tick. Laysonawi took the second entry long on the 10,000 tick. Nice. Yeah, the risk wasn't even that large. The risk was actually very reasonable for 10,000 tick. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6.5 points basically of risk. Not too bad. I mean, especially if you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. That is worth it in my opinion. Okay, let's see if we get a fail second entry short. Maybe that's enough for me to want to enter long. Alright, so now we're breaking back into this trading range, and we might be in this trading range even longer. Trading range indicator way back here, giving us a trading range, and yeah. Alright, we're over 100 likes. You know, for me, the 5-minute, I feel like it's just kind of cooling down until the 20 MA can catch up to it, so it can kind of get some more juice to push up higher. That's what I feel like the 5-minute chart is doing. And so we might just need a little more time for this to develop. I just don't know. But when you're that far away from the 20 MA, you usually go sideways for a little bit, even down. So, I mean, we are very far from 20 MA, so. If you scalp that like button, they will come. Trust me. What happens, honestly, when you scalp that like button, it's not even for the whiskey challenge. You're actually helping other people. Because imagine if you just started trading futures or trading at all, you know, and all of a sudden, like, wouldn't you have loved it if you had some streams like this and you knew about it, or if YouTube recommended it to you? So, you know, you might not even know what to look for, but all of a sudden YouTube recommends, like, oh, here's a live stream of someone trading. And, you know, how useful would that have been when you first started 4 or 5 years ago? You know, imagine people are starting now, you know, they get the luxury of, you know, content like this, and lucky you, but you guys scalping that like button helps people find this channel. We do have a second entry long here. It just looks very ugly, right? We're clearly above the 20 MA, but we're also at a resistance, so it's very difficult to trade this. But in my opinion, yeah, like, you know, you could take the risk here. It's just way too choppy. It's just too choppy in my opinion. It is a second entry long, but I've traded in chop like this and I've gotten burned, so I'll just sit on my pause. Even though it might work out, you know, you can still get burned here. It just looks too choppy. Too many overlapping bars here, regardless of the setup. You can see that we're having a tough time closing beneath the 20 MA, which is nice, right? All these bodies are above the 20 MA, showing you like there's some bullishness here. So this might give you more reason to go long, but you know, just the plain fact that we have this many overlapping bars, I just stay away from it. You know, so if I was long here and I saw this, I would start to, you know, start pulling some of my fur out and wondering what's happening. Why did I enter that trade when I knew there was chop? I'll start questioning my life, you know, decisions. And, you know, that's basically what happened when I see a candle like this reversing when I'm in a long trade. I may go long here on this trap though. Very choppy still, so it's very risky still to go long anywhere here. But we're clearly above the 20 MA, and we're not able to even get beneath it this time. Trap trade to the long side. It's tempting, very tempting to me. Micro double bottom, even more reason to go long. Interesting. I'm skipping it, pandas. I'm hesitant already, so I'm skipping it. If I have any hesitancy, like, you know, for like other trades, like you saw how confident I was when I entered this trade. You saw how confident I was when I entered this trade. I didn't really have any hesitation, but here already, good thing I didn't enter long, because if I did, I've been stopped out already. So good thing I didn't enter that trade. You know, any type of hesitancy, I just skip it. Whiskey challenge. If you guys get to 300 likes, maybe I'll change it to 250. Maybe 300 was a little too ambitious. I just saw like 240 current viewers. I was like, all right, we're getting it. Now we're pushing up again. Clearly above the 20 MA. Clearly cannot close beneath it. No bodies beneath the 20 MA, but clearly resistance here. It's just very hard. This might be the one that pushes it down. We've been in this trading range for quite some time now. What a strong push down. So just failed to break out here. 1, 2, 3 failures. Incredible. Trading range indicator. Okay, very strong push down now. Like very strong push down. You're starting to change your premise maybe. The 5-minute, that gap is being filled. And this gap might be filled as well. These teeny little gaps, this gap has just been filled. What I mean by gap is literally a gap between this low, or the close, and the open. There's a gap there. One tick gap. There's one tick gap here as well. So I'm just keeping track of these because these get filled actually. Typically get filled. That's quite a strong push down, right? This is a strong push down. Multiple bear bars in a row. Am I looking for a short trade? I don't know, pandas. I don't know if I'm looking for a short trade necessarily here. Trading range indicator is still saying that it's valid. David Wall says, is there an indicator for that in the Ninja? Nope, there's not. Those gaps happen more often on the, I believe on the 5-minute chart. Second entry long forming on the 5-minute chart. Notice trading range on the 5-minute chart as well, but second entry long. A, B, C. And we still have this target, clear target. This target here is the daily pivot high, right? Where this pivot high is, and most likely we'll try to break through it. And yeah, I'm gonna be ready for a trade there. Am I looking for a short trade? Am I looking for a second entry short here, pandas? A, B, C, second entry short. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're looking for a second entry short here. A 0. Give me a 1 in chat if you're looking for second entry short. Give me a 2 in the chat if you skip it. Give me a 3 if you look for the trap trade. So if you want the second entry short, give me a 1. If you're looking for the trap trade, give me a 3. 2 if you want to skip it altogether. Two skip. Everyone's skipping. Everyone's skipping this trade because they have no idea what's happening. Interesting. Maybe it'll come down to test the 240 SMA. So pandas, I know like many times during stream I'll skip trades like this or like a second entry long, but this is the reason why, you know, because when you see chop like this, even though you're above the 20 MA, it just makes it less probable, and so I typically skip this. But we have a second entry short here now, way beneath the 20 MA. A, B, C. Second entry short. I don't know if I can take it though, pandas. I don't know if I could take this second entry short. I don't think I will. We're kind of far away from 20 MA. Now it's overlapping bars. But I wouldn't be surprised if it triggers. It does a nice push down. It's starting to be a little overlapping here. Notice the trading range indicator is still developing, saying it's still valid. Wow, incredible. Like if you went long here and then you were saved by one tick, incredible. You're praying to Michael Chin at this moment, saying thank you for making this two-legged work. Michael Chin took the worst setups and they just ended up working out. Wow, another push down. It's incredible. Way too choppy for me, so I don't know what's happening, but it is a second entry short. A, B, C. Second entry short. Oh, it does trigger. Amazing. I mean, wow. Wow, you thought you're saved. You came out break even. Basically, people came out break even and reversed it. Whew. I can't even go long here because we're not bouncing off any type of support. Just incredible. Just this weird move, right? It's going from like, right? It's going to chop, right? I would say even like here to chop. It's like going from chop to chop to chop to chop. It's very frustrating, and it's very difficult to trade when it looks like this, right? Especially when you trade two-legged pullbacks, because what you're looking for two-legged pullbacks, you want a trend, right? You want to know the market cycle. You want to know that, yes, we're starting to turn to a trading range, so I'll come back up to the top of the trading range. But when it starts to go from chop to chop to chop like this, it's untradeable. Decent push down now. Filling that gap on the 5-minute chart, trying to fill it, in my opinion. It might make a move down to the 20 EMA. It could possibly try to do that, but it doesn't have to. All right, it's still early in the day, and it can hit the 20 EMA later. Right, it can have another push up strongly with a two-leggy, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does before it touches the 20 EMA. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it make new highs here. It doesn't necessarily have to touch it now. It can touch it later, and it can just grind up slowly from here on out. You know, that could, all those things could happen. So. I almost want to go short here, but I'm going to sit on my pause. It just looks ugly. The reason why is because we still haven't filled that gap, and I really feel like we're going to fill it like really soon. This little teeny gap, one tick gap on the 5-minute chart. But I'm just gonna sit on my pause, and now looks like the gap is gonna fill very soon. All right, gap just filled with that push down. 5-minute chart actually hasn't filled yet. One more tick to fill it. All right, fills it now. So that gap is filled. No more unfinished business. Very strong push down, touching the 240 SMA. And you notice how when the 240 SMA and the 20 EMA start to converge, we most likely will start to do a trading range here in this area. Balancing off the 240 SMA quite nicely. Right, don't even close beneath it. Latrell says, explain the gap on the 5-minute. Literally, there is a gap. I'm going to zoom in very closely. There's a gap from the close into the open of the next bar. It's a 1-tick gap. And so, right, there's a gap here. Right, there's price action that has, there's no price, no No order here. So finally gets filled. I'm looking for a fail second entry short here in this area. Looking for a failed second entry short to go long. Break a trend to new low. Coming off a support area. A, B, C, A. Second entry long about to trigger on the 5-minute chart. Ooh, very close to triggering. 5-minute chart. Second entry long does trigger after filling that gap. I would like to enter in a failed second entry short here to join in on that second entry long on the 5-minute chart. Let's see if we can get it though. Let's see if we get the setup that we're looking for. That'd be very nice if we can. Micro double bottom. Again, that might be all the market gives us. I'm gonna just stay true to the setup I want, and I won't have FOMO here. I'll just wait till I actually get my failed second entry short. Some people may enter long here on this micro double bottom. That's enough for them, so they enter long right here. I'm impatient. I'm just gonna wait for my setup. You missed by one tick. Like, I need the second entry short to trigger so I can enter on a failure on the other side. Ends up giving you a scalp, I think. Almost. Yep. Ends up giving you a perfect scalp. Unfortunately, didn't get a piece of it just because the market, you can only take what the market gives you. Just in case. I'm going to have a trend line here. I know this looks crazy right now, but I'm going to have a trend line here. Just in case if there's a resistance area I should be worried about. I'm still looking for that failed second entry short, if we can get it. It's a little far away from 20 MA. And at this point, you also may look for a second entry long. So again, super frustrating because the micro double bottom was enough for people to enter long here, and I just cannot get the setup. I want that one tick, even just one tick. I want that setup, and that's pushing up strongly. And I just can't get a piece of it. Unfortunate, super frustrating. Mike says he likes that 2000 tick chart for PA. Yeah, the tick charts are nice for PA. We might get the trap here now. Do I want this trap? Fail second entry short. I don't feel as confident here as I used to go long for always in long trading. I want to go long here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-point risk. Why is the risk so large? Okay, the signal bar is not that good. Feels like entry short. I'm more comfortable with the second entry long in this area. The risk is just too large, right? The risk on this bar is, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, basically a 6-point risk. It's just too much risk. On another attempt up, I'll take it with a second entry long. We'll see if we get it though. Looks like the market's not gonna give us a second entry long. No entries. You could have entered here, but again, the risk is so huge. It's like a really large risk. And people from like Trades by Matt might say like, what? 5-point risk? That's large? Yeah. It's large when you're scalping. Because your gains, like when Trades by Matt wins, he wins large, right? Because you know he has a low probability setup that has good risk reward. But I have a high probability setup that has bad risk reward. So yeah, I mean 5-6 point risk is pretty large. Because we're only scalping about 2-3 points. If we get a runner, then like, you know, 5+ points. But Hamza asks how many contracts do I use? I use only one contract, but I have multiple accounts that I copy all my trades. So even though I trade one contract here on this one account, it's being copied over multiple accounts. So this 350 is, you know, it's actually way more than 350. No setups, pandas. I mean, I guess I could have gone long here, but the risk was just too large for me. Yes, I use Apex every single day. We trade 100% risk-free, and the math is, you know, the reason why I have multiple accounts and why I like to use Apex. Well, first off, it's risk-free. You get to trade Apex money, and second is the trade copier. If you have multiple accounts, then let's say you have 4 accounts, right? 4 times 250, which is the amount of trading days there in a year. You multiply that. Right, that equals 1,000. You multiply that by how much you make on average per day. Let's say you make, right, like I'm making right now, $300, $350, right? You multiply that by 1,000. That's how much you make per year. So with 4 accounts, if you can make 350 consistently on average, then at the end of the year you make $350,000. $350,000. It's amazing. Trade copier is, yeah, you have to pay for the trade copier. It doesn't come with Apex. Like, you have to purchase it. It's like 150 bucks, something like that. But it's a one-time purchase. Yeah, I mean, if you're not profitable and if you bust your one account, that's a downfall. You bust all your accounts. So you have to also manage that as well. For me, I just trade it like it's the same. I'm agnostic to how many accounts I have. I just trade. I actually don't even trade with accounts. I just trade per setup. Now we're pushing up here, and we have the clear target. Man, this would be a different story if I had a runner or something. Darn. Huh. Give me a 2-legged pullback. Give me a 2-legged pullback, I'll take it. Erp says I busted 170 accounts. Oof. 170. Maybe you should focus more on trying to be profitable. Gilbert says still holding 10 contracts long from 39.02. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 10 contracts, that's over, what, $5,000. 10 points. I do have a Discord. We have a 2-legged pullback Discord. Hundreds of members in there. Man, oh man, oh man. How do I enter this? How do I enter this, pandas? What do I do? What do I do, pandas? Do I wait till it comes to my trend line? Do I wait for 2-leggy here? Is that what I'm waiting for? Yeah, pandas. For those who don't know, next week I will be doing a 24/7 stream. 24 hours. Well, not 7, I guess, maybe 5 days. And I will just have my charts up the entire time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pass a 300K eval. And so I won't be on my computer the entire time. I'll probably do the regular stream, like, around 9:30 to 11 and kind of be here. But I will be on and off, but I will have my charts up the entire time. So if I ever do make a trade, like, you guys will see it. I just don't know. Like, I'll probably be on mute often, and sometimes I'll probably talk. Depends on who's there. And so yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's just say that it's gonna be my first 24-hour stream. So I'm excited to do it. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. It's grinding up right now. I don't think I'm gonna get set up here, pandas. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, so trading might be very light tomorrow. I can't imagine it being very strong, but who knows? And tomorrow might just be one of those, trading range days. I don't know. 80% coupon? Nope, not right now. I will say, if the pattern is consistent, you do have a good chance of an 80% off code on Black Friday. I think there's a high chance for that. Who knows? But yeah. All right, pandas. With that being said, that's it for me today. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. Thanks for joining, everybody. And honestly, trade safe. And thanks for scalping the like button. We didn't get to the goal, but it's all good. We get it next time. And pandas, as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.